What's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of the Run Your Day podcast. As always, Dan Hafner joining you here. It is Tuesday. Hope you guys enjoyed the show yesterday with Mr. William Wadsworth. Really want to thank him for being on the show. If you haven't checked it out already, check it out. It was a really, really awesome story about a guy that has literally taken a leap into his own business. And it is full of a lot of great content, and I really hope you go back and listen to it. There's a lot of great stuff in there. So we're going to move on. We're going to build on that a little bit today, and today's topic is going to be this: your stupid habits. As always, thank you all for joining. Appreciate you coming on today. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So the problem we are going to talk about today is all of our stupid habits that we have across all areas of our life. We all have some form of dumb habits that we fall into. And whether it's your diet, whether it's a fitness routine, whether it's communication with someone or at your place of work, the body language that you use, whatever it might be, we get comfortable in a situation and we fall into a habit, right? And what these habits do is that they create this story. They create this story in our mind that this is just what is accepted. This is what I am comfortable with. This is what I need to do in order to maintain the status quo. And this is what I will keep doing in order to maintain the status quo. And it really it breeds this place of complacency, right? And I think a lot of us, including myself, we fall victim to this area in a lot of different ways. And there are so many different ways you can form habits in different areas, right? So if like quitting is a habit of yours, or giving up, or not doing something the right way, and that's always a habit, that's going to show up in every area of your life, right? Like I used to be like this in every area of my life as well. Like I would just want to do 9 million things at once, and I would just start something and then never actually finish anything. Like I was just always on to the next thing, always on to the next thing. Like start this project, an hour later I'm on to something different. 2 days later I'm on to something different. There's always this was this habit, right? But if you do a habit in one area, like habits are changeable. They are reprogrammable, if you will. There's different ways that you can go about changing that, not only in your mind but in your life, right? So if your habits lead to your stories create your reality. Like the story you tell about yourself is the reality that you will live. So we all get stuck in this problem that we have these stupid habits that therefore lead us to these stupid stories and create a dumb and screwed up reality for ourselves, no matter what, domain of life that it's in. So, what if you were able to just change your habits? What if you could find different ways to find out what's blocking you? Like figure out, like, why am I being blocked? Why am I always falling into this, bad habit? Why am I always falling into this pattern of things? Why do I always act this way? You know, there are literally, like, I'm no psychologist, but there are ways that our brains work and ways that we respond to different stimulus in our lives that show us that we will just respond the same way to things no matter what. And it has a lot to do with our past. It has a lot to do with our thought processes. It has a lot to do with our worldview. So really what I wanted to bring you guys today was a quote from a book I've been reading, and it's called Never Give Up. And the title of this chapter is called Persistence is a Habit, and so is quitting. And it talks about, this how we can all get into this habit of being, in this habit of quitting and giving up on things when things get hard. And when things, if things aren't, as if they stay easy, it's easier to give up, right? And this quote right here is what I wanted to read. One person with commitment, persistence, and endurance will accomplish more than 1,000 people with interest alone. Let me read that again. One person with commitment, persistence, and endurance will accomplish more than 1,000 people with interest alone. Right? So if you are one person that has commitment, persistence, and endurance to do whatever the hell you say you're going to do, like, I am going to get this job and I am going to kill it and I'm going to get this promotion, or I am going to, change my life in this area, and you are just constantly showing up and you make it a habit, like, you are going to get success one way or the other. Like, you will literally, there's nothing that will stand in your way. But it's through this habit of being committed, of showing up and not like just not going away. Right? So you can turn this habit of giving up and quitting into a habit of persistence. And it's hard to do, but it's simple. Like, you just have to show up every single day. You have to show up in every situation. You have to choose to take the harder road sometimes. You have to be steadfast. You have to become immovable, right? Like, you just have to be committed. This is a growth that I've gone through personally in the last year of my life. Like, I never got this concept that my commitment and my perseverance and my endurance in something would accomplish more than I ever thought I would be possible of, because I was, like I said, I was always on to the next thing. I was always in this habit of doing something different, of always seeing the grass is greener on the other side, right? But if you can just get yourself in the habit of sticking to something and being persistent, like whatever it is, if you're trying to eat healthier, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to be in a better relationship, if you're trying to do better at work, like whatever you're trying to do, like, just get in the habit of persistence. Like, don't just try something and give up when it doesn't work. Try something different. Learn, tweak, figure it out. Like, that habit of persistence will get you so much further than if you just give up the first time after something doesn't work. So, to wrap up today's show, today's challenge and question is this: where in your world are your habits not giving you the keys to what you want? Like, where are your habits failing you? And what can you do today in order to change towards a habit of persistence in at least one area of your life? What can you do today to start being more persistent, start pushing through some things, digging deep, and doing what you know you're freaking capable of doing? So that's my show, and that is the topic for today. As always, really appreciate you guys listening today. Speaking of habits, if you guys are interested still in the morning habits and the morning routine program that I have started coaching, this is exactly what I teach. This is exactly what I've helped multiple people through in the past couple weeks here as I've kicked this program off. Like, the habits that you start your day with determine the habits of your life overall. So if you wanted to learn some more about it, possibly give the program a try for a week, hang on here for a second, listen to the promo at the end, and get some more information on it. Love to have you in there. Love to work with you one-on-one. Thank you all for joining. Really appreciate you guys here. Dan Hafner signing off. Make it a great rest of your day. Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast, a quick and powerful way to start your day and create more impact in your world. Whether you start your day listening to this podcast in the car, working out, or seeing your family out the door, the way you start your day is critical to the results you get that day. Once I took the steps to change my sluggish and lazy mornings into focused, power-filled routines, everything changed in my life. If you're possibly considering changing up your life, trying new things, or perhaps tackling a different approach to your morning, maybe it's time you had some accountability. Personal coaching, even online coaching, can create massive accountability for you, lead you towards the change you have been seeking, and ultimately get you the results you want. If this sounds like something you know you could benefit from, and you already love the show, try 1 week of one-on-one personal coaching from me, Dan Hafner, 100% complimentary free. Using the world's #1 online coaching platform, I will guide you through the process I used to turn my life around and show you how you can turn yours around. Don't start off sluggish. Start with a purpose. Click on the link in the notes part of this episode or go to www.coach.me/dhafner and join the Morning Alignment System Coaching Program today.